Hey family, and welcome to another episode of the Family Meeple. I'm Raymond, and today we continue our playthrough of Zombicide Undead or Alive. So this is mission 2, the zombie train. So we've got the full train now set up, ready to go. So that is running across the center of the board. Our survivors are over here in this area, and we've got the wagon here, and this Gatling gun should be in this section of the train here. Nope, here in the coal piece. So we've got two mobile spawn points. We've got an abomination spawn point. We've got the starting spawn point over there. We've got then, in addition to that, various mission crates. So I've 3D printed those now, so you can see that they are actual little crates. So the idea of these is that you'll be able to, in a game where you've got mission scenarios, the idea of these 3D crates is you'll be able to then actually pop the lid off, and it'll be in the lid in here when these are painted. That you'll be able to see what the actual colour is. You can take all the lids off, shuffle them around, and then randomly put them on the boxes, and you're none the wiser, the crates, as to what is where. And then we've also got what I thought I'd try out for the first time is these 3D printed balconies. That's the word, balconies. So I thought I'd give them a go. I come across them online. They're fairly cheap to download the STL file, very quick and easy to produce on the 3D printer. So yeah, I'll put those out as well. I will have an unboxing of the 3D printer that I'm now using. I just got a brand new 3D printer, so I'll once that's uploaded, I'll share that in the link below as well. So if you're interested in what's available, what that's like, and how that all works, more than happy to share my experience and trialing on that as well. So meanwhile, back to the tabletop then. So this is as I say, mission 2, the zombie train. So we was given this little town the once over when the train rolled in, steam gone and the dang thing deader than a zombie. And what happens then? Zombies. The entire dang train was full of them. But hang on now, that there's a Gatling gun up in the coal tender. Woo! Time to light 'em up. Okay, so class limitations. We are not having any brawlers as playable characters. Instead, they are all here in this location. And so one of our objectives will be to rescue them, I'm guessing. So let's have a look. Let's see. So we've got no brawlers. We've set up the map. That's all ready to go. So objectives: gather the posse and blow up the zombie train. Accomplish all these objectives. Yeah, there we go. So rally all companions and keep them alive. So we've got the 4 brawlers down there. So of course, as soon as we rescue a brawler, their class ability of charge becomes available to whoever is walking along with them, supporting them and escaping them. We've also got to blow up the zombie train, so throw dynamite at each mobile spawn zone. So we've got those 2 mobile spawn zones, so they must be destroyed with dynamite. That will move them off of the train onto the first spawn zone, and then secure the area to make all corpse piles safe. So we do need to trigger all of these corpse piles, would be my guess, and make them safe. So we need to holy water them to get rid of them. Okay, so it's 5 AP every time we do those. It's 5 AP every time we discover one of these objectives. Let's see what we've got. Special rules for this mission then. So set up, place the 4 brawler companions in the indicated zone. In this mission, the train is immobile, so that is not going to move in this scenario. Lone guns. Each objective gives 5 AP, and the top bounty weapon and shock spinning. Note, guys, I did not get the bounty weapons out, so I've got standard equipment and I've got the spawn deck. I did not get the bounty weapons, so I will do that in just a moment. And to the survivor who takes it, yeah. So the survivor may reorganize their inventory for free when they acquire a bounty weapon, so all very standard. Bigger gun. The Gatling gun can be fired but cannot be moved, so that is immobile. And then blowing up the zombie train. Both mobile spawn zones cannot be moved with holy water or water for faithful survivors. The only way to move them is to the starting zone is to throw dynamite in the zone. In that case, move the mobile spawn zone to the starting zone and flip the train tile to its railroad side. Any zombies on the train tile are immediately eliminated. The survivor earns the corresponding AP. Survivors on the train tile are moved to the closest street zone before the tile is placed back. Okay, yep, so if they're on the actual train itself, being the train tile, obviously once they're off and they're in these street zones, that doesn't count, would be my interpretation of those rules. Okay, so we know what we're doing. That is the mission, folks. So we are about to roll out. I will just go and grab those. I can't even remember what they're called. The special weapons. Okay, not special weapons, bounty weapons, of course, is what I meant. So we have the first bounty weapon, which is the Colt Bunt Line. So we can see that there. So gain 3 AP or more by killing zombies at range 2 or more in a single turn. Okay, so we are starting this scenario with no zombies on the map. So we are first to go. And let's work out what we are doing. Okay, so we've got the sheriff badge over here indicating the first player. So that is currently with Hannah. So let's work our way through in that order. And then the sheriff badge will move through as I've played to date. So slightly bigger map this time, so I've had to kind of rejig things a bit, but just about fitting on the table still. So let's have a look then. So we've got Hannah, who has the marksman skill at her standard level, and she's got her Springfield. So let's go ahead with her being a townsfolk. Let's get her into a building and do some searching. I do want to run over here and activate this corpse pile. And we need to get someone up here manning this gun, I reckon. Firing down into here. So let's use the gunslingers on the gun and the townsfolk. Let's get them into buildings and searching. Okay, so we're going to move one into this building. That will activate this corpse pile. So that's first move. We're then going to search, and we have found a Colt SAA. So we will pop that onto Hannah, and we'll search again for the third action. And holy water, fantastic, straight off the bat, guys. That is exactly what we need. Okay, so Hannah's she's got her holy water. We are next now down to Jeb, who is our second townsfolk. So let's go back to the board. So this is Jeb over here. So he too will move one into this first room. And we'll search. And he's found water. Excellent. Oh, this is going really well, guys. And his second search, he's found plenty of shells. And shells are not useful for Springfields. Okay. So that's it for Jeb. So moving on, then we've got Turner as our gunslinger. So as I mentioned, we need to get down and arm this gun. So let's do this. Now he does have fanning reroll if he is using his pistol. not so fussed about that. So 1, 2, 3, at least get him into position so he's ready to man that gun. We are then moving on to Molly, who is our second gunslinger. So I think let's edge our bets, folks, and let's go and get some extra muscle on that gun. 1, 2, 3. So we've got a couple of people handy dandy ready to let rip. And that is it for this side of the board. So now we're over the other side, and we have what do we have here? So we have Jimmy is up next. So Jimmy is another townsfolk, so let's go back to the main board, and we've got Jimmy will also move 1 and do a search and finds dynamite. Awesome! Now Jimmy does actually have +1 max range on his range attack, so that is very useful. His second search, then he finds a tomahawk. So it's a range of 0, so close combat with rolling 2 dice and hit sort of 4+, doing 1 damage. So yeah, I can see that certainly being useful in a fray. So that's Jimmy gone, and then we're over to Thomas, our what is he? Faithful. Gosh, brain fog. It's mighty warm in here, guys. Okay, so Thomas, let's go back to the board. Is over here, so he's going to what can he do? So he can move 1. Now it's an interesting scenario here, guys. So this room, I'm taking it to be that this is a separate room area to this room area, because there's this kind of partition and a gate that is open, but that's my interpretation, so that's how I'm going to play that. So Thomas will move 1 and pick up the water from Jeb, who is in there. So that's 2. And he'll search for his third action. I'm not going to move him out. And he's found a saber. So that'll be mighty useful to thwack some zombie scum with some heathen barbarian scum. Send them back to hell from whence they came. Haha. Don't know what that pirate laugh at the end was. So he's rolling 2 dice, hits on a 3+, does 1 point of damage. If his Valeretro is in place, that does give him +1 damage in combat. So very useful, particularly for as and when brutes come about, and also the abomination. Okay, so that is it, folks. That is all of our heroes, survivors' actions. So we are done. And that means only one thing. It means we are down to the spawn pile. So first up is going to be no action. Lovely, like that. So breathing space there for zone 1. So that's this one up here. Abomination is not yet on. There is that spawn zone, so let's do this one next. So the idea of going around in a circle, it's a very small circle at the moment, but that's what it is. So mobile spawn zone is the Abomination. Excellent start. Okay, so he is now in play, and we have 2 walkers. Okay, so we can manage that. So that's over here at this mobile spawn point. So we'll get 2 walkers out of there, and then in this spawn point here we have another 2 walkers. Okay, excellent. So grab those 2. Nice. So we got away fairly light there, folks. I think we did pretty darn well. Okay, so it is back to the survivors. So over here on the left, the first player token moves on. So we're now down to Jeb. Jeb gave up his holy water. He has a Springfield. Let's do some more searching, I think. So he's in the zone he can search for. So he's found plenty of shells, which he's already got. Not particularly useful, but we'll maybe keep it in our backpack for now in case of somebody else. That's a first action. We've got a sort of shotgun. So range 0 to 1. Rolls 2 dice, hits on a 3+, doing 1 point of damage. Creates a bang. I mean, it's kind of situational. It's kind of better than a Springfield. So that's his second search, and his third search then he gets a pickaxe, so he's got something to clobber stuff with should they come into close range. So that's fine, we'll leave him at that. So moving on then, we now have Turner. So he's our gunslinger, so he is manning the Gatling gun, so he will take action on there. And we've got, oh, has he got line of sight? So I believe, because he's a gunslinger, not townsfolk, so he does not have line of sight, not whilst they are there and that far away. Is it worth him moving and shooting twice? Possibly. He hasn't got dynamite, although Jimmy has, but Jimmy's otherwise preoccupied in a building. So Jimmy could come and make very swift work of this and move those mobile spawn points around, which probably isn't all that great whilst we're still up on that half of the board. I think ideally we want to clear that half of the board first, and we need to flip this abomination spawn zone now, because we have an abomination. Jimmy, no, Turner. What are we doing, Turner? Okay. Fortune favours the bold. Let's go ahead and range 2. I haven't even got a weapon to make range 2. Okay, so let's search first of all and see what that brings. Okay, plenty of bullets. I mean, bullets are definitely useful for pistols, so we can use those. Okay, let's step and roll. Let's do it. Let's step and roll. So we did a search, we're going to move, and we're going to fire. So hitting on a 6+, so we want those dynamites to come up in here. Let's have a look. Yes, lots of dynamite, easily done. So he has moved one step along, but he has accomplished that to AP and cleared that area. Very nice. Well done, Turner. Excellent. Didn't even need to use a reroll for that. Fantastic. Okay, so back to the board. Or in fact, sorry, back down here we've got Molly, who's next. So she is the other gunslinger, also manning that Gatling gun. So she will do a search and finds a Schofield pistol. So range 0 to 1, rolls 1 dice, hits on a 4+, but does do 2 damage. So yeah, I mean, that's certainly useful. Okay, so that is it for that. I mean, yeah, she's got 2 actions left. I don't think there's any benefit of her doing anything more now at this stage, so she will stay where she is. And that bang, moved to Turner, who did his fanning. Okay, so we are now on to Jimmy. So he is a townsfolk. He has got some dynamite. 1, 2, 3. Do I wanted that? 1, 2, 3. I mean, it puts him out there. He can take out. I mean, he might even be able to take out the abomination next turn. Certainly be good. Certainly be good. I think that's got to be worth it. Although it will, I think, very quickly push us up into the yellow zone. Is that something I want to do such an early stage? Okay. I mean, I think it's fairly quiet at the moment, folks, so I think we can get away with that. So let's have a look. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and Jimmy is getting himself in location, ready to chuck the dynamite. And then we have Thomas with the holy water. Or would it have been better for Jimmy? Mind you, we've got Hannah still to go as well. So no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So Thomas is going to, move 1. And he will throw down his holy water to destroy this spawn point, getting him 5 AP. So that's the first that we need to do. So that's move, throw down holy water, and then I think what he's going to do then is throw down the Veteracho, maybe, just to stop them acting and coming into his area, is what I'm thinking. At least disables one of their abilities. Let's do that. So we're going to throw down the Veteracho. So that is in that room now with those 2 walkers. I mean, we got off amazingly lightly, folks, on that that first spawn, I think. So that was his 3 actions. So he moved, got rid of the... in fact, no, sorry. Using holy water is discard. It's not an action. So what can he do now? So he can do a shot, or he can do a search. I think at this stage, let's do a search, and he gets a Winchester. That's a suitable weapon for a preacher man, I reckon. So rolls 2 dice, hits at a 4+, doing 2 points of damage. Nice. So he's got a couple of nice meaty weapons now. So I'm just going to replace that basic Springfield. Sorry, so I'll just shut it on there. So he's just going to replace his basic weapon with the Winchester, because it's definitely far superior. Okay, so that is it for Thomas. So we are back over here now to Hannah, and Hannah has her Springfield and her Colt. She has got a... Did she do any damage? Don't think she did any damage. Why has she got 1 AP? That shouldn't be there, I'm sure. Okay. Apologies. Right, so she has got holy water now, which is not too fussed about. Is it worth her moving and slaying? I think so. She's only rolling 1 dice, though. Okay, I think she's going to have to search, first of all. Plenty of bullets. Okay, I mean, both the Colt and the Springfield use bullets, so it does give her a re-roll. So that will go into her backpack. So she has got that now. And I think with that, it's worth her then moving forwards and firing at the zombies. I've only 1 dice, though. Darn it. She's only going to take out 1 of them. I don't think it's worth it. Do not think it's worth it. She can only get a maximum of 1, and there's 2 there that need killing. So she'll stay where she is. So she did a search. So she's going to do another search. So this time she's found a knife. So again, 1 dice doing damage of 4+. So yeah, I mean, it's useful to have a close combat weapon, but otherwise not great. And oh, she got another knife. Okay, so she could double wield the close combat weapon, so she can actually wield for 2 dice now. So yeah, let's swap that out for the Colt SAA. Okay, not a spectacular round, family, but it is what it is. We are cracking on. So we have spawn point number 1, and it begins with 4 brutes. Very tasty. Okay, so let's get some brutes way on the map. Okay. Ba-bum. Boop. Okay. 4 brutes coming in there. Next we have the abomination spawn zone. We have runners, 4 of, because we haven't triggered the next level yet, so that's a good thing. And they're plenty enough out of the way at the moment, so that's also a good thing. So we've got 4 runners over there. The mobile spawn zone on the train, then we've got another 4 brutes. Oof. Okay, that's not quite so tasty. So we've got 4 brutes there. And the other mobile spawn zone on the other train. Oh, another 4 brutes. Gosh, golly gosh. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow. And then we got rid of that spawn zone. So that is it. That is the entirety of the spawns. So we can get rid of those now. Okay, definitely looking a bit busier now. So you can see these clustering along the train, coming at us. Oh, I love it. Okay, so back to our top-down view. Zombie train has rolled into town, and we need to take action. We need more dynamite, folks. That's what we need. We've got 1. We need to get a 2nd dynamite at least. So at least we could take out what's happening here. Anyway, moving on. Jeb is no longer the first player. It has now moved on to the responsibility of Turner. And Turner is here on the train. Thankfully, he didn't get swamped, so that's always a good move. And I think it's time to step back and man that Gatling gun. So let's have a reminder then of the Gatling gun. So it's range 1 to 3. Does 3 points of damage. And hits on a 4, does 2 points of damage, rolls 3 dice, hits on a 4+, and then it has escalation, which means you get additional dice the longer you man it. So, I think that's going to be a very wise choice, would be to stand back and do some shootings. Oh, they're still not in range. Oh, gosh. Oh, flipping heck, family. Okay. In which case, then, he will stand where he is, and he will do... I can't even do fanning, not with a flipping one. Okay, let's do a search. Flipping knife. What is he going to do with a knife faced with a ton of brutes? That is not happening, folks. Absolutely not. Okay, so therefore he will now then step back. That's it. So, step back. There isn't anything more for him to do. Okay, so now we're moving on to Molly, who's in a similar plight. So she will also do a search. Yes, dynamite! That, folks, changes everything. Her first search, then, she gets some dynamite. And then her second search, discard with a range action. Okay, so she will use a range action attack to blow up this spawn point, which destroys those 4 abominations, giving her 4 AP. Very tasty indeed. And this spawn point is now over here alongside that spawn point. And this train is no longer in action. And there has now been a mighty boom over here. Excellent. Love it. There we go. That's how it's done, folks. And then it means Jimmy is lined up, ready to take out the abomination and the second spawn point. Wow. Okay, folks, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so yeah, there was yeah, that's gone. Sorry, to get rid of the dynamite. So that is it for Molly's turn. So over to Jimmy then. He will move one, and then from there he can throw. Can he? Don't think technically he can. I believe this is a zone and this is a separate zone. So I think he has to move one more, which is not great because it puts him in line of sight of those flipping abominations, which really, trust me guys, is not where I want to be. But so over here, sorry, so he was here in this zone now. So this has been opened up now. So he could do 1, 2, and throw. And what I was curious about was because this counts as a separate zone and it's 0 to 1, he can throw it in his own zone, which is here, and he can throw it into here, being one zone. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Okay, so let's hope he doesn't get eaten alive. In the meantime, he will throw the dynamite, which will take out the abomination. Move that mobile spawn zone. So we've got the 2 of them there now. And we'll take out the brutes as well. So that's 9 points for those. And if we have a look down here, that absolutely puts us into yellow. Does mean, oh nice, yes, of course, does mean Jimmy gets his next action as well. And apologies, need to remove that train now, so that is now gone. So no more zombie train. Aha! And the boom also moves to here, and Turner can then get out of dodge with his extra action that he just acquired. Nice. Okay, so then we're down to Turner. Turner has a Winchester now, so I think Turner is going to roll 2 dice and look about taking out these. Who else is in there with him? No one. Okay, yeah. So he's going to look at taking out these 2 whelps with his Veteretro in place. What did they do last turn? You know what, folks? I didn't move the zombies that were already on the board, and I apologise for that. So that should have come back to me to prevent their activation. The abomination should have come here, which means he would have got 5 less. 3, 5. Sorry, so Turner actually got 5 less because the abomination would have been in the other train car, which means Molly would have got that, putting her on 9. So we're still in yellow, but it means he would not have got the extra activation because he would be here. So he would still be here in this zone because he didn't gain the extra activation. And then Molly did gain an extra activation. Not that she can do anything with it, but that is just the way the cookies crumble, folks. And that's one of the reasons why it's so important that actually, playing through the order of it just gives you that extra bit of challenge when you're playing through on Zombicide, rather than just, okay, when I'm playing solo, I'll pick that one first and I'll work out, okay, and then I'll do this one next and that one next. And this, it just gives you a little bit more of a challenge and having to think and work out, well, actually, what am I going to do next? What shall my next course of action be? So, trains are gone. We were over to Thomas. So he was going to, so he reclaimed his Veteretro. he has got a Winchester now, so that means he can roll 2 dice and hits on a 4+. He doesn't need the Veteran because he doesn't need to do extra damage, so that's fine. I mean, he could even just charge in there, rolling 2 dice, hitting on a 3+ rather than a 4+. But is that a little reckless? Possibly. Yeah, I think for the sake of the extra pip, I think I'm going to stay where I am and shoot at the zombies. So, this is Thomas shooting into here. And we've got a double 3, so that does not cut it. So that's his first action. So second action, he will shoot again, double miss. And third action, double miss again. Flipping heck. Maybe he should have put that Veteretto out after all. Not that it would have made a difference, but... shocks. Okay. Didn't cut it this time, Thomas. Disappointing. Disappointing. I maybe should have just grabbed that 5 AP from the objective, but... Come ça. Okay, so we are over to Hannah. So she has not gone yet. Now she's got some double knives. She's got her Springfield. Okay, I think she's going to do a move for 1. And flipping heck, folks. Okay, she'll shoot them. Okay, she's gonna shoot, and she was at a 5+. I mean, is it really worth trying? Gosh darn it. Go on then. So she will try and kill a zombie. It's on a 5+, so that's a miss. She gets a reroll. It's a miss. And then her third action, she'll try again. 5+ hits. So there is no reroll. She gains 1 XP. Okay, so that is her 3 actions complete. Annoying. Okay, and then Jeb, who is absolutely armed to the teeth now, he will move 1, and he will load up his sawn-off shotgun. Yeah, so he's moved 1 over here, load up his sawn-off shotgun, and this does require a reload if he misses, but he's rolling 2 and hits on a 3+, and it's a shells weapon, so he has got a reroll as well. That's a dead. So he gains 1 XP. Well done, Jeb. So he moved and fired. And he will now gain that, because I think he deserves it. He will gain this objective, which gives him the first bounty weapon as well. So let's have a look and see what he's got. The Colt, what is that? Bunt line. Okay, so range 1 to 3. Rolls only 1 dice, hits at a 4+, does 1 point of damage. Okay. Uses shells. I'm not convinced he's better than the sawn-off, but he'll whack in his backpack. Okay, and then we don't move the boom, as a bang doesn't outclass a boom. And we also needed to flip this abomination token back over, because that abomination is now gone. And that, folks, completes that round. So that was round 3. So zombies activate. So we cleared all of those. Therefore, we have a bunch of brutes that will move 1, and we have a bunch of runners that will move 1 and 2. Where's them sticks of dynamite when you want them, eh? Okay. So, them's the numbers, folks. And we are now spawning, and everything is coming from here. So we've managed to kind of control it, maybe. I feel like I want to stick the cart there and just block it all, and just like, oh, okay, I've got to go through a building now. Just force them out. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that, which is a shame. But yeah, it'd be great if it did, wouldn't it? Be some interesting different tactics you could implement. Okay, so that was it for those guys. So we are spawning. So spawn point 1. And we have the Abomination is back in play. So let's grab him. He didn't hang around long. Okay. That's the first. And then we have the second, which is now going to be 4 walkers. I have a feeling this area is going to get rather cramped rather fast. Okay. And then the third spawn zone in that area, Abomination again. So the Abomination will now move out. Forcing that walker to fall over himself, break his neck, but alas, doesn't stop him because he's already dead anyway. So that is it. So that's our 3 spawn zones. So far, so good. So we've got a jolly good cluster going on over there, folks. We haven't got anything further on that side of the board now that we need, require, want, desire. We've got a nice clear shooting range up the alleyway, up the street. So we cleared out the trains. And first player moves on. So it is now Molly to go first. She currently has 2 pistols, so she's doing great. Is it worth her coming down? I think at this stage it is, particularly now she's got her additional action. So she will move 1. Is that a legit move? 1? No. It will be 1. 2, 3, 4. Do I want to do that? So the next problem then, folks, is controlling these flipping spawn zones. And no one else is going to get near here if I come in there and do that. Therefore, okay, she's going to search where she is, and she gets plenty of shells. Okay, and that's fine. I mean, that's no, she can't use that because it's all bullets with pistols. There you go. So she's done a search, and then she's going to move 1 and 2, and she'll be out in the street next to the wagon. So then we are moving on to Jimmy. So Jimmy just lost out because I forgot things had moved, so that was absolutely my bad. And I didn't check actually the next bounty weapon. So kill 2 zombies or more in a zone with another survivor and in a single turn. So it's a close combat weapon. It's an upgrade to the Tomahawk. It is Manitou's Wrath. Running 2 dice, hitting a 4+. I don't think I'm about to charge into that massive cluster, however. So, I mean, this is now one zone. Where should I go? So I could move into here, and my thinking is if I move in there, that's going to create another spawn zone. I haven't got holy water. I could search, hope to get holy water. I've got no idea what this next card is. I'm feeling that's a big risk. I think that's a big risk. Gosh darn it. Therefore, mind you, if that's one zone, it's a move 1, move 2, and so I'm going to claim this objective to give him 5 AP. That puts him on 9, so he's firmly in yellow along with Molly now. Molly should have had another action as well. Flipping heck. Molly should have had another action, so she should have moved into there, activating this spawn zone. So he's moved 1, 2, 3 to get this, but he now has his extra action, meaning he can search, and it's a gun. Thanks for that. So roll 1 dice, hits on a 4+. Pretty rubbish. Pretty rubbish. Okay, so now we're over to Thomas. So Thomas is pretty flipping well armed, but is he armed enough to try and take out this massive cluster, including an abomination? Probably not. Yes. I mean, what's he on? He's on 5, is that? 5? So he's got 2 points left. Now, if he shoots into there, because of the order of priority, he's going to have to target the abomination, and that will give him 5 AP. But he'd have to move, shoot with the, lay down the Veteretro. And then shoot. Which you can do. You can do it, folks. You can do it. Hitting on a 4+, 50-50 with 2 dice. Oh! Let's go for it. Let's go for it. So he will move 1. Throw down the Veteretro. 2. And his third action, he will shoot the abomination. Let's get some different dice. Okay. And it hits on a 4+. He has it. That abomination is gone. That is 5 AP. Nice. Putting on 10 AP. Very good, very good. Me likey, Thomas. Me likey. And that gets him his next action to boot. He isn't going to be able to claim that. I mean, he could try and take out something else, or he could Scarper. And I think at this stage, he's probably better to Scarper. Or he could do a search, but I think better to Scarper, I think. So he'll come back out of there now. Okay. Yeah, like a Winchester. Okay, so that was Thomas, and now we're back over to Hannah. So Hannah is up there with Thomas. She has got some holy water. She needs to get down in here. So, one of the options, folks, she has only got 3 actions. 1, 2, 3. She ain't going far in a hurry. Ain't going far in a hurry. Just the way it is, folks. Just the way it is. Okay, so that was it for her turn. Jeb. Jeb's main man. Jeb is absolutely armed to the teeth, but he does not have a single. No, he has got a single. He's got a pickaxe, but I don't think Jeb is going to be wading into that cluster here. Therefore, are we just going to do lots of searching? I think so. I think that's a good bet. So we've got a machete. So that's 2 points of damage, but only rolls 1 dice. He has run out of place. 2 dice for 2 points of damage. If he maintains his pickaxe, I think that's a better bet. So he will throw away the machete. Search again. He gets a Schofield this time. Again, pretty rubbish. 1 dice hits on a 4+. He's already got a sawed-off shotgun that does 2 dice hits on a 3+. And then the final is a saber. 2 dice, doing 1 point of damage, hitting on a 3+. I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad, but it ain't great either. But he'll take it. He'll take the saber, just in case. Okay, thanks. So that was for Jeb. We are now down to Turner. Who has 2 AP. He's manning the gun at the moment. I mean, that gun has a range of 3. However, this counts as 1. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. So there is nothing in range presently. We can't move the Gatling gun. Therefore, Jeb boy, Turner, what do we want to do? Take a search for 1. Jump there. Move. Okay, I think that's what he's going to have to do. And his search reveals another Winchester. We do like the Winchester. That is a nice weapon. And certainly better than his old timer. Or he can't use his fanning with it. But hitting on a 4+ with 2 dice. Who cares? So, first search. 1. So it's 1, 2, 3. So he's got as far as that. I'm trying to tackle these one at a time. Just aware that these will activate spawn points. And again, folks, I'm playing it that this is board wise. This is a separate building to that building. Hence, entering this building has triggered this spawn point. Entering this building will trigger this spawn point. We'll need to get in there because we need to get this objective. And we need to cleanse all the spawn points. So that's a given. But it's just about trying to maintain that control. And of course we need to get over here and do this spawn point as well. And rescue our comrades. Okay, so that is it. That is all of us done. So we are now over to zombie activations. So these will, they don't have line of sight and they will therefore move to the noise. So these guys are now in this zone here. Whoa. The train tracks. So where's everyone gone? Sure, there was a train here a second ago, folks. These guys will reach the train track, meaning this boom now has to travel to, I believe, the biggest cluster of heroes, survivors, which will be over there. I mean, these are companions. They are classed as survivors, so I suppose technically this is now going to be where that bang is. Okay, and these will move to here, because they're just walkers, Okay, just going to flatten this out a bit. Okay, so we've got 3 spawn zones in one area. No abomination on the board. Order zombies are moved, activated. We are now spawning, so spawn zone 1, abomination! Okay, he is back on the board. Swiftly followed by another abomination. He has moved. I forgot the Veterecho. Look, Veterecho. These guys didn't even move. Flipping heck. Right. It's these little things, folks. It's these little things. Those runners are all still in there as well. Apologies. So that goes back to Thomas. So that's the 2 and the 3rd in that area. We have 6 walkers. Ouch. 1, 2. Oops. 3, 4. That's 6 trying to avoid picking up runners. Whee. Okay. Ouch. And now we have another spawn zone on the board, which is 4 runners. There we go. Okay, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll absolutely want to make swift work of them. Okay, that's it. That is it for the spawn zones. This is now active for next round if that abomination is still there, which I imagine he will be, but we will see. Okay, we are back to our survivors. And what are we working to now? Okay, so the first player token moves on. So we're now on the other side. So it is now Jimmy's. Getting those names mixed up today. That was somebody else. Who was it? It was Hannah and someone else last time. Flipping heck. Okay, anyway. So Jimmy, he is next up. So Jimmy, just to remind us, is here. So he is facing. So he grabbed the objective, and in fact, he should have got that bounty weapon when he grabbed that objective, which was the tomahawk. So that's 3 dice, but it's a 0 range. But that's better than the original tomahawk that he's got. So by far, by a long way. I mean, he could even go in there now, swinging that. Apologies. So this is what he picked up then. Manitou's Wrath. Tomahawk. Okay. Kill 3 zombies or more with a rifle in a single turn. So no, we've definitely not done that. So we've got 2 objectives left out on the board. So now still to claim, and we will get bounty weapons for those. And then there's still the opportunity to grab bounty weapons depending on kill 3 zombies or more with a rifle in a single turn. Is the current bounty weapon task. Okay, so given that, is it worth him charging him? I think it's got to be, hasn't it, surely, folks? It has got to be. I mean, he's now got, I think, the best chance of clearing that room than anyone else. Between him, Molly, who's like got nothing, and Turner, who's also pretty much got nothing. I think Jimmy is now absolutely best placed with his Manitou's Wrath to just go and charge in there. So he's going to move 1 to get in there. And now he's rolling 3 dice and hits on a 3+. Very tasty. 3 down. Beautiful. So that's 3 gone. That's another 3 XP. Okay, and then he's got to do it, hasn't he, folks? He's got to do the last one, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. Easy, easy, easy. Cool. So he gets his 13th AP. So that is... so he did a move and 2 attacks. So he has 1 action left. Let's do a search. Holy water? No. Twin barrel. Okay, so rolling 2 dice. Hits on a 3+, that's 1 point of damage. Yeah, do you know what? It's better than his Springfield, so yeah, that's fine. Let's swap out the Springfield with that. Okay, so that is it for Jimmy. He has done. So now we are at Thomas. So Thomas is up here with this massive cluster. Yeah, is it worth him moving forward, throwing down his Vederacho, and moving back again? Oh, it just keeps us up there, guys. It just keeps us up there. Damn it. But there is a lot up there. I think it's worth it just to maintain control. Okay, so Thomas will move 1. He will throw down his Vederacho. Again, I need to remember that it's there, folks. And he will move to here, and 4th action, he's going to move to here. Okay, that's it. Done. That's fine. So we are over to Hannah. So Hannah's down here on the floor. She does have a holy water, so she needs to get over to here. Flipping heck. But she has only got... Shouldn't have left. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so here we go, folks. So, up on the board then. So we've got 1, 2, because all of this is one zone by not going on the train. 3 brings her in here with Molly. That is all of her actions. But the fact that she's got the holy water means Molly on her turn can take that holy water, or Turner can take the holy water and get rid of that. Probably do Turner instead of Molly because he'll benefit from the extra AP. Because it is 5 AP. Just double checking. Yep, 5 AP. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, you must have done. Right, so that was it for Hannah. We're now down to Jeb. So Jeb is up here with Thomas, so he'll move 1. Do you know what, folks? He's got to search. Search gets a tomahawk. Okay. He's up to the 9s here, folks. He is up to the 9s. And he's got a pickaxe, which is better than a tomahawk, unless you get 2 of them. What am I searching for? Water. Holy water. Shotgun. It's got a sawed-off shotgun, currently. So the range is better, but the dice are worse. And it does the same amount of damage. Okay, 3rd search. 3rd search? No. No, sorry. He moved. Okay. So that was it. That was his bit. Done. Okay. So that was Jeb. Now we're down to Turner. So Turner, sitting only on the 3 actions. He's currently stood outside here. So he will move 1. He will... Well, do you know what? Actually, Hannah could have thrown that holy water because it's discard, isn't it? Would that have got her? No, it wouldn't have made enough of a difference. She would have still been behind. as we're turner, it does make enough of a difference. So he will take holy water from Hannah and discard it in order to gain 5 AP, putting him on 7. So that puts him in the extra action category now. So he's moved, he's taken an item, and didn't cost him anything to use the item. So that is the spawn is gone. Woo! Okay. So he's got 2 actions left. He's a gunslinger rather than townsfolk. So do a search. Okay, so he gets these bow. So range 1 to 2, 1 dice, hits on a 4+, doing 2 points of damage. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. His Winchester is better. Okay, so that's that, and then you can only do the 1 search. So he will then move into here, ready, looking out the door, thinking, "What the flipping heck's that coming from over there?" Okay, so that's it for Turner, and we're back to Molly, who has her 4th action already. So Molly, in green over here. Another gunslinger. Do you know what, folks? She's going to search. Typical. Holy water. Okay, that's fine. Then, in which case, let's make optimal use of her. So she's done a search for her 1st action. 2nd action, she'll move. 3rd action, she'll move, triggering this mobile spawn point. And then she will toss the holy water to disable that mobile spawn point, gaining another 5 AP, putting her on 14. I could have done with passing it on to someone else, really, but or do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Trying to spread the love here, folks. Trying to spread the love. We've got 1, 2. Got 2 out of our 6 characters that still haven't progressed into yellow. Do you know what? I'm going to take it back. So she searched and she's found the holy water. So that was her 1st action. That isn't active yet. I mean, she could just give it to somebody else. She could give it to Hannah. I mean, that still wouldn't get her, but it would get her closer. Gosh darn it! And then who else needs? I mean, Jeb's 1 point away. It's just wrong. Okay, so she's going to give the holy water to Hannah. Hannah's like, I had this last time. So that's the 2nd action. 3rd action, she's going to move out into the street and then into the next street. Okay, 4th actions. She's done. Okay, that's it, folks. So we have zombie activation. So Veterecho goes. Everything in that area stays where it is. And these will move onto this area here. Walk on there. Okay. Crazy, 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 folks. So we are spawning. Spawn zone 1. We have 4 runners. We have got 4 runners, so they will come out in full force. 4 runners. Okay, we have all runners activate. Flippin' heck. Okay. So what's going to happen here then, folks? So we've got 1, 2. Whee! 3, 4 into this area, and now move again. So they're going to hot foot it down to, because they've now got line of sight. They're in here. And those 4 runners, 1, 2, they are out here. So another runner activation. We could be seeing fatalities, folks. Yeah, I don't know if you saw what was happening there. Apologies. Hopefully you did that. Okay. Oh, so that was 1 and 2. Okay. Third activation up there, the abomination activates. So he will move to this center with those runners. And the abomination spawn zone, we have 4 brutes. Okay, let's get them on the board. Out in this room here, in the cemetery. Taking photos. People getting married, buried, all that stuff. Okay. There's a cluster. Okay. So that is it for the spawnings. So we are back to survivors. We did survive another round. And the first player marker moves on. We are back to Thomas. I don't know why this just continually moves. Oh, it's because I've got that there. That's what it is. I'm pushing it with that. That's fine. Okay, so we're back to Thomas. Has 4 actions. He is up here, about to run out of that building. Here's the plan. Two dice hits out of 4+, 2 dice hits out of 3+, in close combat, range 3. Interesting. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's only 2+ though. You can't throw his Vita Retro that far. Ooh. Worth him firing into that lot. I mean, again, it'd be good to freeze that lot for sure. It certainly helped to hold these back. Rolling 2 dice, 2 dice, and when he's barely doing anything, folks. And what's the distance on that Gatling gun? 1 to 3 as well. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's ready to take action. Or would he want to risk being out here? Which means he can throw down his Vita Retro. Don't think it's going to be worth it, is the reality, folks. Oh. Okay. What's to do? Come on, Thomas. What are we going to do? Okay, he's going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that was it for Thomas. So now we're moving over to Hannah. Hannah has got the holy water now, so she will discard. No, she's too far away. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. So she will move. So she will move 1, move 2, which will activate this spawn zone. And for 3, she will discard the holy water to deactivate that spawn zone. So that's gone. And then 4. No. 1, 2. Didn't need to do that. 3. She'll claim this, which gets her 10 XP. Putting her on 11. Tasty. Getting her extra action. Very tasty. And she gets a bounty weapon 2. Found in the crate. So 0 to 1. 3 dice. Hitting on a 3+. Only doing 1 point of damage though. Okay. Not bad. It's not bad. It's better than the Springfield, which is what she currently has. So she will absolutely replace her Springfield. And then because she has now got an extra action, she will do a search. And it is... what is it? It's a machete. So roll 1 dice, hits on a 3+. Okay. She's got 2 knives at the moment. Maybe if she finds another machete, there might be better than 2 knives. But that's it for now, folks. Okay. So... we are now on to Jeb. So Jeb is up here on his own. I think he's just going to do some searching, to be honest with you. So he's found some normal water. That's good. Let's get rid of one of these sets of shells. And search back in here. So 1 dice. Rubbish. 3rd. 1 dice. Rubbish. And 4th, sword off shotgun. Hello, son. You can use 2 of them together. Oh, I'm interested. Okay. Now I'm intrigued. I like the idea of that. I will take the sword off shotgun, giving him 3 dice, hitting on 3+, range 0 to 1. Very tasty. And I will keep... ooh, pickaxe or saber? Pickaxe or saber? Do you know what? The pickaxe does more damage, so I'm going to keep the pickaxe. Although it does damage less often. But it is what it is, folks. Okay. So that was it for Jeb. And it means he can now hotfoot it down here, passing on, sorry, he can hotfoot it to here, hotfoot it to here where the Gatling gun with Thomas is, pass on the other water. Thomas can then come down into this area here to activate the spawn point and deactivate that, which would be good, which would be good. Or is it worth him just flipping drinking it for the extra AP, getting that extra action? Do you know what, folks? I think it is. He's going to drink the normal water, which will give him 3 AP, putting him into 9, gives him his extra action. So everyone is now operating in the yellow zone. So we have now finally caught up with one another. So that's good. So we're what, 5 rounds in. And with that extra action, he will now do another search, and it is holy water. Much more impressive. Excellent. Okay, so now we're down to Turner. So Turner is over here on the map. So he's in a room with a bunch of runners. And this one's going to be interesting, folks, because of course now you've got friendly fire, which comes into play. So I'm just going to pause for a moment, just double check my rules on friendly fire and particularly close combat in friendly fire. So bear with. Okay, so I looked at the rules and I'm not convinced, and I don't know if there's an official back covering this. I did check on BGG, Board Game Geek, and they did state what I personally would disagree with. So survivors can't hit themselves with their own attacks. However, emergency situations can call for ranged attacks aimed at a zone where a teammate is stuck. So in this kind of scenario here, is if Turner was here and Jimmy's in here and Turner's aiming at that zone where the survivor is, in that case, misses during the attack roll automatically hit survivor standing in the target zone. So my thinking on that wording is you're targeting a different zone, I guess, from that perspective. Assign these friendly fire hits in any way players want and apply damage as usual. Friendly fire doesn't apply to melee attacks, so it's good that it verifies it doesn't apply to melee attacks. However, I'll just have a look at the example. An example is exactly that. It's someone shooting into another zone. Just gonna double check then. What does it say? And I mean, Hannah has got marksman, so I think she can probably overcome that. And likewise, I think Jeb as well with his point blank. So there are skills that help you to circumvent that. Let's have a look. Ranged combat 32, so just a couple of pages before. Melee and range attack. Survivor holding a ranged weapon in their hand can shoot at a zone. His shots can cause fire, so carefully consider this. Range of a weapon. So, it does verify, however, that shooting at range 0 is still a ranged attack. I don't know. Officially, folks, my understanding is it will count as friendly fire if I miss. Unless I'm using melee weapons. So, let's have a look down here, and we are up to Turner. Turner, thankfully, at least has a knife, so he can go stabby stabby. Runners only have 1 point of damage. He's unfortunately only rolling 1 dice, but will hit them on a 4+. So that's the deal, folks. So I'll guess will we stabby stabbies. So let's have a look. So we've got the runners in there. So we're hitting on a 4+ with a knife. +1 die to another equipped melee weapon, which I haven't got. Okay, so 4+. Nope, first one's a miss. Second one is a hit. That's 1 down. We'll gain an XP for that. Third action is 3 is a miss, and fourth action is a 3 is a miss. Okay, so that was it. So we got rid of 1 runner. So now we are over to Molly, and Molly's over here. So Molly had, she was heading this way, I believe. I think Molly's going to, what am I going to do? She's going to jump up on the Gatling gun, and should have searched while she's there. And we have a pickaxe. Not terribly useful, but hey, it's a close combat weapon, which she didn't have before. And that's it. I mean, that's as much as she can do. Yeah, she can't shoot at Abomination. So we're now down to Jimmy. So Jimmy is in the room with the runners. So he will. So Jimmy has got his lovely bounty weapon. So rolling 3 dice, hitting on a 3+. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's go. Oh yes, that is 3 hits. Nice. Well paid off. 1, 2, 3. Kill an Abomination with the last action is how you claim the last bounty weapon. What did I give out? Oh, she got the bounty weapon. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's fine. 3 crates, 3 bounties. Okay. So yeah, anyone can take out that Abomination. Got a bounty weapon on its head. That's cool. So we've cleared that. So that was his first action. Wow. Did well there. I think he's going to carry on shooting. Oh, can he? Not really. Because he's going to have to then shoot at that flipping Abomination, which he can't do. Okay, do you know what? He's a townsfolk. Let's do. So he's done 1 action. Second action. Beauty! Second action, he finds himself some dynamite and checks it. Woohoo! Okay, now we're going in the amber zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so we need to choose a skill. +1 die in combat or gunslinger. I think I'll have the +1 die in combat. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Nice. So that little lot there is cleared and the A-bomb spawn zone is gone. Again, for the time being. Beautiful. And he may as well search again. And he gets plenty of shells. Okay. Well done, Jimmy. That was absolutely worth it. Fantastic effort. Does he want to do that, in fact? Last night. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So... good to keep that search going. Get the next thing out. Okay. Woo! And that was it. That was Sheriff. Was a fun start. So we are done, folks. We are done. Let's get rid of that off the board. And it does mean there is now a boom over here for things to head toward. And they will, because now the zombies will activate. So we have 4 brutes. And they now definitely have line of sight in here. Once again, this boom will move to a bang. And then all the walkers will move forward into... oh, I can breathe. I've got a bit more room to move. It's there. And the brutes will move into this area here. Lovely. Okay, so we are up to spawning. We have... we're now in amber 8 brutes, which we cleared enough, so we have got them. So there's 1, 2, 3, dear me, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof, only just got enough. Wow. Okay, that's it. Nothing else is going to spawn over there now, folks. So I've run out of room. Physical limitations apply. No, they don't in this game, I'm afraid. That was the first spawn. We have 8 runners. Ouch. Okay. I'm stretching here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, they're all in that zone, folks. When it starts getting crazy. And the last spawn zone there. Woohoo! We have all walkers have an extra activation. No! Okay, so sand is over here for a bang. They will have line of sight into this building, therefore they will all of them head into here. Thankfully, we have a decent weapon in there from a melee perspective, so that's good. I might have to look up what marksman does for Molly. And that was it. No abomination, so we didn't get any more spawns. Woo! Okay, so they are done. And yeah, I mean, the board's definitely looking a bit more crowded, folks. So, what do we got now then? I haven't rescued anyone yet, but that's fine. We can do the objective in any order. We're completing, we've done all this. We need to get over here, rescue these guys, clear this mission objective, and we're done. There's no getting on a train, getting out of dodge, none of that. Okay. So we are close now, folks. We are close. We've done a good job at holding foes at bay. Talking of which, the first player token has now gone roundhouse. And we are back to Hannah. So Hannah is now operating on 4 actions. She has plenty of stuffs. I don't know why that was upside down. Oh yeah, I got knocked over trying to go for those brutes. That's what it was. So Hannah is over here. Nice. Okay. Now she has got a coach gun, which could certainly do some interesting damage on those dudes. Let's just have a quick look at the marksman skill. The survivor may freely choose the targets of all their ranged actions, and friendly fire is ignored. Fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. And she does have, I'm trying to work out if that's shells or bullets. Bullets, but that's shells. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. Because it does have a reload. But that's okay, folks. So she is a townsfolk, so she could search for something else. I don't think there's much point at this stage. Okay, so we're going to move. We're going to fire with her marksman skill. Come on! 3 to go. Oh! She managed to get 2 off. Let's chalk them up. 1, 2. And then, so she's moved, she's fired, which then means it needs to be reloaded. She'll take an action to reload it, and then she will fire again. So rolling 3. Quite as good, just 1 more out. I didn't remove them, did I? So that was 2 of the 3 and 3 now. Okay. Oh, I've nailed Jimmy. That was unfortunate. Sorry, Jimmy. Okay, so that's Walker's gone, and should get another AP for that, and I will flip that upside down to indicate it needs reloading. Excellent. Okay, there's now bang over here in this room. That's her done. So that was it for Hannah, and now we are on to Jeb. So Jeb is way up here still, so he needs to absolutely hot tail it, and Jeb has got holy water. Really, I want him coming into here, I think. Who's most beneficial? A free combat action or marksman. Ooh. For Thomas. Alternatively, +3/+1 pre-ranged action or brawler. Well, I'm not fussed about brawler. Okay, anyway, so he has now got 4 actions. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. May as well come down as far as that. Yes, I think that works. So that's it for Jeb. So he's done his 4 actions. We are over to Turner. And Turner's over here alongside Jimmy. They're just 2 slender guys with hats on. I mean, what's not to get confused about? So Turner's over here with Jimmy with a whole bunch of walkers. He has got a knife. Lovely. One dice hits on a 4+. Flipping. I want to use the Winchester. There's someone else in there. Okay. Knife it is, folks. Knife it is. So, miss. 1 hit. Hey! 1 more XP. Move! Okay, so that was 2. 1 more gone. 3. And hits on a 4+. Yes, another 1 gone. Excellent. I like it. Okay. Making good progress. I think I lost the bounty weapon, but that's fine. Okay. So that was it for Turner. He is done. We are now over to Molly. And Molly is currently up here on the Gatling gun. So, I mean, she can fire into these brutes. So I think it's worth doing. I think it's worth doing, folks. Now, she has got 4 actions. 4 of them there. Okay, let's see how we go. So she's going to roll 3 dice. Hits on a 4+. Taking out the brutes. Okay, so she gets 1. That's 1 extra XP. And now she'll get an extra die because of the escalation. So this is a 2nd action. And the rest get down. Nice. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's on the cusp of going into amber. Beautiful. So that was 2 actions. So her 3rd action then she will search. And she gets a Colt SAA. Okay, so 1 dice hits on a 4+. Doing 1 point of damage. Rubbish. There you go. It is what it is. But you know what? It's better than her existing. So we'll go with that. But it's not better than the Colt. Which, sorry, the Schofield, which she's already got. Anyway. Okay, so that was Molly. Now we're over to Jimmy. So Jimmy is back in this room here. And Jimmy has his Manitou's Wrath. So let's start swinging that around. So it hits on 3+, and there's 4 walkers left. Oof, 2 taken out. Excellent. And 3+. Yep, the other 2 are also taken out. Beautiful. 2. Okay, so he has got 2 actions left. And I think at this stage, I want to be hot-footing it out of here. 1 and 2. Sorry, so that's so he was in here, and he's moved 1 and 2, so he's now out into the street. Yeah, don't want to be heading up. That I'll just avoid that. Okay, and in fact that bang, I believe, was the boom now used for the Gatling gun, was the last one that was activated. Taking out those brutes that were here. And we now have Thomas with his Federecho. All that lot's going to move. Okay, I think Thomas is going to do a 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. So he was on the train. So he did 1 into that zone, 2, threw the retro down, 3, and then he's moved back again to 4. Okay, so the idea is we want to try and capture this lot as they're running in. The runners are going to get this far. The brutes and the like won't, but then it will be down to what spawns if we get extra activations, etc. So that's the idea of that plan. So that was it. That was his 4 actions, and the survivors are done. So we are now activating. So we've got 4 brutes moving to here. We've got 8 runners, I believe. 2, 4, 6, 8, and another 8 brutes. Ouch! And we are in the amber zone. Whoop. Okay. Wow. Brutes over there. Okay, so we are spawning. We have 10 walkers. Flippin' heck. Okay. Try not to lose them over the edge. It's 5. We already lost 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Have 8 runners. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew! We do actually have enough. Wow. Okay. So they are all in that zone there. So 8 runners. We have another spawn zone. Extra activation. All brutes. Okay, yeah, I can see this. I'm going to move these down to here. These guys do have line of sight into Turner. But these brutes are now all going to move forward into this bigger space here as well. Okay. So everything, all of this stuff is all in this one zone now. Okay. And there was those 3. That was it. No abomination. Again, that's quite a rarity, folks. That is quite a rarity. Okay, and we've done a great job managing these piles, these corpse piles. So we've just got 1 more here, and we've already got the holy water to deal with that. So that is it. That's all the activations gone. So we are now on the cusp of winning this mission. Okay. Whew. it got very hairy down here, but I think, hoping we've done enough to put it off. Let's see. Okay, so first player token moves on. He's no longer Hannah, he's now Jeb, which is great because Jeb will move for 1, which will activate the spawn pile in the corpse pile. He will then for free discard the holy water, which will deactivate that and gain him 5 AP. 5. Excellent. Okay. So still in the yellow zone. So that's that done. So that was one action. For his second action, then he can move into here. And third and fourth action, he can pick up two of these. So let's pick up Carl and Cassie. So they are now part of his posse here. So that's Carl and Cassie. So they are now part with him. So we need to literally... Oh, we need to get this other objective. Is it worth him getting the other objective? Don't think so. Don't think so. That's fine. And the idea is, I think we're just going to try and Gatling gun our way through what's remaining up here. I think, and hold that at bay while people try and work their way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, my next turn it is over. Because Jeb can claim the rest. So we are near there now, folks. We've done the hard work. We just need to ride it home. Okay, so Jeb has acted. So now it is Turner. So when we have a look at Turner, then we have him. There's too many actors now. So Turner's over here, dude. Okay. Now Turner has his bow and he has a Winchester. Winchester's quite nice. Hits on a 4+, rolling 2 dice. I mean, you can certainly shoot into that cluster there. What's it worth him doing otherwise as an alternative? Not a lot, really. I think that is absolutely what he may as well be doing at this stage. So let's do that. So we're going to shoot into out into the street. So he's in this room looking out, taking up his position. I want to reserve one move to get him out of there, because that boom is going to be competing with our bang, so we don't have to worry about drawing the zombies in. They will be drawn towards the boom, so that's fine. Okay, so we are rolling dice. So we are rolling 2 dice for the Winchester, hitting on a 4+. And we're aiming for the cluster of runners. I believe it's runners over brutes. Just going to double check now. Target priority. Oh no, brute and abomination first, then walker, then runner. Thankfully the Winchester does do 2 points of damage, so he'll be targeting the brutes first. Okay. So we have 1 hit, 1 miss. Oh, apologies, you can't see this, folks. Put it up here. So we've got a hit and a miss. So that's 1 brute gone. That's good. I mean, even just trying to clear the board and keep minis available to continue to populate is good at this stage. So that's 1 AP for that. He'll then do a second attack. Oh, double miss. Third attack. Oh, that was rubbish. Okay, so he killed 1 brute. And then he will move out of that room, so at least he's not in line of sight to draw them in. They cannot see Hannah because she is too far back, and she'll have a chance to act before then anyway. So we're back down to Molly. So Molly is up on the Gatling gun, so she is primed to go. So let's take up pole position then. So she'll be targeting brutes first before the runners. So she'll start with rolling 3 dice. And we have hits on a 4+, so 1 hit. Okay. So that puts her into red. So now she does get a free ranged action attack. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we get escalation now. It's rolling 4, so 2 more hits. Okay. And 1, 2. That was her second. So third action. Sorry, needed to roll another dice. 1, 2, another 2 gone. Okay. That's good. 2, and add another dice. This is her 4th action, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And then because she went up a level, she gets +1 free ranged action. So she will do another attack. Not so bad, but that's not so good, but that's fine. That was a 4, I believe, so that's fine. So that was 4 more hits. So 1, 2, and then start working on the runners. 3, 4. That's another 4 XP. 3, 4. Excellent work. Like it. Like it. So you can see that area is looking a wee bit slimmer. Okay, so that was it for Molly, and now we're going over to Jimmy. So Jimmy is working his way around here. So he was coming round, but I think at this stage he's probably better to... Let's have a look. Move is 3 actions. You're going to move. Fire is 1 action. Yeah, okay. Just double checking with the Gatling gun. He doesn't take an action to mount the Gatling gun or anything like that, so that's fine. Okay, so Jimmy will do 1 and 2, and then it means he can do 2 shots into the runners that are remaining here. And we've got all misses, and second shot. 1 hit. Wow, that was not very good at all. Mind you, he's way up in terms of XP, so probably for the best. Yeah, that was removed. That bang staying put, and then we're over to Thomas. So Thomas is the last one to act. No, on this side, so that's fine. So I think it's worth Thomas jumping up and also doing the Gatling gun. So 3 attacks onto the runners. So 1 of. That's 1 more XP. And now gets 4 dice. And there's 4 runners left. Man. It's another one. It's just slow work. 5 dice now. And this is his last attack. Flippin' heck. 1 and 2. Still 1 runner left. 1, 2. Wow. That's painful, folks. That's painful. Okay. So now we are back to Hannah. And Hannah is over here, down here. Now she has got the bounty weapon, the coach gun. Coach gun. So I think it's worth her taking a step forward and finishing off what everyone else failed to do. She'll have to spend 1 to reload as well, so she'll step forward, she'll reload, and she'll fire 3 actions. So she's rolling 3 dice, hits on a 3+, and there it is, folks. Okay, so that last runner is gone, and that is taking an extra AP. Okay, so she has 1 action left. Let's do a search, shall we? And it's a bottle of water. Lovely. How far is she off of red? Literally 1 AP away if she drank that water. That is shocking. Truly shocking. She'd have to get rid of something else though. You know, I'm going to get rid of the Colt SAA because... Just because. Oh, do I want to? No. Get rid. It's fine. There's no point at this point. Okay, so that is it, folks. That's all the survivors done. So we are back to zombies acting. So let's have a look. Oh, these all move forward, and we are spawning. No abomination. So first spawn point is 8 runners. Wow, good. Glad we cleared those. We'll just keep sending them back to the start. And start again. Full start. Okay. And we have 8 walkers. Okay. I can't even pick them up. Okay, that's 4. Another 4, that's 8. Don't fall off the table. Third one. Brutes. 8 brutes. I'm glad I took all them out. Flip it heck. And they're all in that one zone back there. Okay. There's another 4. Okay. And again, we got away without an abomination. Wow. Flipping heck, folks. We've done we've been so fortunate. Okay, so the first player marker moves on, so it's now Turner is the first player. And you know what? For everything else that's going on there, I think everyone else can just skip their turns, and we'll come back to Jeb, because Jeb will use 2 actions to pick up the other 2 brawler companions, 1 action to move next door, 1 action to grab the final objective, and that completes the game. So that's it. we managed to survive. We were very fortunate in our card pools in pulling the dynamites early on and getting rid of those trains. That definitely made a difference. Getting that holy water, you know, just being able to continually search, having the high level of townsfolk, just being able to push that forward. So I had 3 of my 6 survivors or townsfolk, so it definitely made a difference. Having Thomas being able to put down that Veteretto, being able to just control what was happening in that area, and then likewise his Veteretto power in particular, having that additional point of damage, being able to take out the abomination straight away, the shot in the head, just all those things definitely culminate to a winning team, if you like. Yeah, I mean, I'm just really enjoying the different powers and abilities and the classes and the skills. On a tangent, it just makes me ridiculously excited for Marvel Zombies when that comes, because that is just going to be wow. I think they're kind of loading it up on the boats now, so I think it's due to start shipping to Europe and the UK. I think it's like beginning of September, so I think certainly by Christmas time that's going to be with me. I'm just so looking forward to that. I need to get Galactus finished painting, so we can get that, and you'll see a video. I'm recording some video footage of just going through that process, a culmination of airbrush and paint brush detail work. Yeah, really enjoying that. Slow progress. Apologies, it's been summer holidays, so I've been off with the kids, just trying to get some time with them, get them out of the house, get them away from screens. I keep saying to them, you can watch my stuff, but then you need to go out and play. Come on, guys. But no, it's been great. We've been out and we've done a couple of the local sites here in Nottingham, which was nice. But yeah, so again, just tremendous fun. Always that challenge and task, that there's those moments of frustration where as you're working through the play order of characters and you're thinking, oh, I really want to do that one first, I could do this, I could do that, I could do that. I mean, and as you saw obviously at the end, it was just like Jeb has absolutely got this in the bag. There is no point going through all the other characters. Nothing else is going to come out and interact, etc. Again, I think there was some, I vaguely have this notion, and I could be wrong, that there were some objectives at some point in, I think it may have been in Black Plague or Green Horde, where you had kind of similar to like the bounty weapons, but rather than necessarily all good things, you had sometimes you'd open an objective box and discover actually it was a trap or whatever, and you'd unleash an extra spawn zone of spawn card of zombies suddenly appear in your room. So yeah, I mean, I think things like that maybe mix things up. I don't know. I mean, we're still early on. I mean, this is mission 2. This is still, I believe, in the easy range of missions. I mean, having played this a number of times now off camera, and particularly the hard and very hard missions, it definitely felt containable. I think we definitely had a lot of luck, getting that number of the waters out. Although we went through, I think, just over half of the equipment cards that we were gathering, and we went through loads of spawn cards. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, brutes was next. So, brutes, runners. Oh yeah, and then you had 2 abominations next to each other, more brutes, and then another abomination. Before a bunch of walkers, and then shuffling back in and starting again. So yeah, it's didn't use the Valkyries on this occasion, so didn't get to see them in action, which was a shame. But they look nice up on the board. Let me know what your thoughts are. As always, please leave a comment below. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of this content. You hit the notification bell and you'll get notified when I upload more of this content. And yeah, hopefully you're enjoying this. Hopefully you're enjoying watching the playthroughs. I'm certainly enjoying them. And yeah, thanks as always for watching. Please interact. Let me know your thoughts. If there's anything that you're seeing me using here, or any sort of the painting and stuff. I've got a whole bunch of painting videos where I've done all the survivors. I've got to go back and paint some of the others. Sort of I'm going to call them the White Walkers, and they're probably not called the White Walkers now because that's probably from Game of Thrones. But yeah, there was the Long Dead Walkers, I think it was, something like that. And again, just very, very different. You can't use any melee with them. So, but I'm trying to just stick at the moment to the core box. So those people out there that are watching, if there is of interest, this is everything literally that comes in just the one box. I've purposefully not mixed any of the additional Kickstarter stuff in here. So this is all exactly what you get in the plain box. And then certainly, yeah, we can see, if you guys are enjoying this, again, leave a comment below, let me know, and that will encourage me when I get through the end of the missions in the core box. Do you want to see more? Do you want to see the Steam campaign? Do you want to see steampunk? For me, that absolutely had me very, very excited. I mean, that was I guess more than anything, that was a deal clincher for me, to be honest with you, with Wild West. I was like, if you're going to do Wild West, you've got to do Wild West. You know what I mean? You've got to have that steampunk aspect in there, and they did. And that, for me, that was the point where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. I'm pledging. I love the cowboy stuff, but for me, that steampunk, that was the pressure point for me, definitely, if you excuse the pun. But yeah, and then we've got things like survivors on horses, and they can go into houses, leave the horses outside. All kinds of fantastic additional gameplay components. The amount of additional abominations there are, and they all bring something different. You have a random stack of cards that when you turn over that abomination spawn, rather than just, okay, it's another bowler hat abomination, you actually then just go, okay, this time it's going to be the croc or the ape, or flipping King Kong turns up. Crazy stuff. And they've all got their own mechanisms, and there really is some wild abominations that they included in this set. There was a lot of humbug, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, around some of the abominations, particularly the sculpts, the models. People was like, well, it's just a lot more bulbous stuff, very generic, and I think people were looking for more Wild West specific thematic abominations. But they've yeah, but there was a fair number of those in there as well, and there was a really bizarre one at the end of the campaign. The Cactus Queen, I think it was. Apparently, there were lots of people raving for it. Don't know, wasn't on my list, but hey, there you go. I don't care. It's another abomination. It's something different to bring. It's another variety to add into the gameplay that you just find yourself suddenly unprepared for. So no, fantastic fun. Really loving playing. Hope you are enjoying watching as much as I'm enjoying playing. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you again soon. Bye for now.